You have to train yourself psychologically and physically. But many people, well, the masses really run on their ego. This way, please. Hank. Here. The ego is just not well on their grandiose opinion of themselves. That's not going to uphold anything, because people won't perceive them the way they perceive themselves. They won't perceive you the way you perceive yourself. Your perception of yourself is only relative to yourself. It's not relative to how you navigate a relationship. Hank, come on, mate. Relationship takes work outside of ourselves. We've got to see outside ourselves and use that perception and not come here, please. Where's the ball, you idiot? Come on, mate. We can't mirror ourselves on other people. That's not going to work. Because when the reflection of somebody else becomes something that we don't feel comfortable with, because people change. You've got to understand. People change psychologically and physically. And what we see one day might suit us, and what we see the next may not. And this is where you have to have the mental flexibility and know-how to know when it's fair for you to adapt to where that person is at, or to understand that that person is just being careless, reckless, and this could be brought to your attention by aggravation, by a lack of listening. One thing's for sure, you're definitely well aware of the fact that there is and are things that need to be resolved, and they're not being resolved. This could be drunkenness, this could be a fight at a party, this could be drug use, it could be talking to someone at work, that they shouldn't be. They're getting too friendly with people. They're sharing your business with people that they shouldn't. And you're aware of this, and you've brought it to their attention. And they haven't listened, and they're just carrying on with the aggravation. Could be something very simple, like they've bought something and didn't ask or didn't bring it to your attention. It was just negligent spending, careless spending, or you're having sex and it's just not the way you like it. They may have read a book or seen a video or watched porn, and now they're trying to play that out in the bedroom, and you're thinking to yourself, who is this person? That's why you can't mirror yourself on somebody else because you can be led astray. And you're not to be somebody else's puppet. Yeah, you're to unite and work together to build the best version of each other. But that may not always happen when things start to become silly, stupid. People change. We don't want them to change. We don't want them to change in the negative, yeah, grow in the positive, but deteriorate to the negative and start to neglect you, ghost you, go missing. Even if it's just for a couple of hours, you text, you don't get a return text. They know you've texted. They know. And you're just watching and going, well, okay then. What rules are we playing with here? Some people, when they first come along, they'll go with all the new rules. They'll go with all the things that you do and the ways that you act. But what you've got to understand is when you switch someone on sexually, it opens up a whole world to that person about themselves. They perceive themselves differently. They start to get a bit of an ego of themselves. If the sex is good, their mind starts to wonder and wander about other possibilities and other things that they could be doing intimately. The sex nature, the sinful nature combine and bring in some demons as the lust gateways open through the intimacy, and the next thing you know, you got people wandering around like fools, getting involved with people that they shouldn't, undermining the relationship, betraying you, betraying the relationship, betraying themselves and everything else that they stand for. No. And now you've got all the trouble and nonsense that comes with that. You see, when the sexual gateways are open and you hang around long enough and you perform well enough, these people will, if they're not aware of it, wander. They will wander. It's just how it works. Because lust works that way. That's how lust works. If somebody hasn't got the understanding of how their lust and desire appetites work, these appetites work, then they get led astray. They wander off, they betray, they end up in situations that aren't favourable, whilst ruining the people that they're involved with at the time, or the person that they're involved with at the time, or trying to ruin, depending on how well aware you are of the way these things work. And if you've confronted the issue and this person's become lost, negligent, by omission and commission, make space, come back to yourself, go no contact, move on, and never, go back.